want to call my friend Andrew, who is an international speaker and author as well. He's written a book called Work Your Words. And again, turning your words, it's one thing to say that this is what I want to do for the community, these are the ideas that I have, but the main takeaway has to be, what am I going to do? So when you go home today, ask yourself, what am I going to do to make this community better? It's working those words, turning that into action. So not to steal this thunder, I'm going to call Andrew up. Please, Andrew. Let's put our hands together for Andrew, guys, please.
Oh, come on now.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
How are we doing today?
For Town of Shelburne.
Are we doing good? Hey, listen, let me tell you something quickly about myself. I don't care if it's one person in the room. I look at you as a palm, okay? Because to that one palm, we may have 5 people connected to that one palm. Does that make sense? And to those fingers, another 25 connected to those fingers. So you can reach out and touch somebody, all right? So whoever is beside you, just give them a high five. That's all you're doing. You're connected. You're reaching out. I don't care if you give them a high five 20 times. Let's start again, all right? Okay? I'm excited to be here just to support our counselor. And I believe that Shelburne Stronger Together is not just a slogan. It's going to be a lifestyle around here, okay? It is going to be a lifestyle. Just met with Alice a while ago from the Free Press, and she purchased one of my books, Work Your Words. And I normally sign my books. But when I sign the book, I don't think about what I'm going to say before I sign it. I just sign what's in my heart at that particular time. And it's amazing what came up. I say, in order for us to change the world, we must connect. That's what I wrote in there. We have to connect. And when we're in a town that is as northern as Shelburne, there is called an interconnection. There is a connect which is general, but an interconnection is when the people within the town rally and come together to make the vision, the mission, and the values of the people be heard. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to support our counselor. Is a friend of mine. Over 20 years now we've known each other. So when he stand up here and talk, as a matter of fact, I don't live here in Shelburne, but I live all the way out there. It took me about 3.5, 4 hours to get here. But it was worth the drive, as the commercial said, to Acton, right? To get my book, right? So I'm going to get my coat. All right? But I wanted to talk to you briefly about the power of a community. The power of a community. When we talk about power, we're talking about a source. We're talking about when you go home and you flip that light switch, you'll know that the light is going to come on because you paid your bill. You know it's going to come on and it's going to change everything within that house because you're no longer walking in darkness. You're walking in light because you have flipped the switch on. But what if you didn't pay your bill? Would you walk to the switch with the same confidence and turn it on? How many people do that?
I pay my bills, sir.
Right. You put your hands up quick and say, oh, it better be on. You have a different mindset when you go to that switch. You're like, listen, you better come on because I expect power to be inside that wall. But do you feel the same way when you walk up to your neighbor? Do you feel the same way when you walk into the Esso gas station? Do you feel the same way when you walk into that town's business? Do you expect a great service when you go in there? You know what determines the power? Do you know what determines the level of that service? How connected you are. If you're connected to the man that owns the gas station, that works at the place where these gifts come from, that works at the public library like Jay, when you're connected, when you walk into the door, you feel a presence. You feel welcome. I've never met Jay before. When I walked in this morning, I said, yes, this is going to be a great day. And I believe that when we connect as a people, there is power inside that connection. This is what Councillor Anderson brings to you. It brings you that connection. And as we say, you may be here in the palm of Shelburne. Orangeville may be only a joint away. The next town below may be a finger step away. Toronto may be a hand's palm away. Grimsby may be a leg away. But when we bring this all together, we are powerful. Because when people come together, it's not so much the resources that makes the difference. It's the people that makes the difference who have the resources. Shelburne Stronger Together is not just a slogan. I want you to see something. I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine the thought new perspective. New perspective isn't a novel idea. It isn't old story. A new perspective is somebody that look at what we have and said, we can do more with what we have than what we've already done. Councillor Anderson come to bring this to me. He's a family man. He has strong faith. He believes in what can be done within Shelburne. I am confident that your support to Councillor Anderson is going to make this town a talk about. And I'm not just talking about from an economical perspective or bringing transit into the town. The north will hear it, the east will hear it, the west will hear it. They say, what is going on up there in Shelburne? As a matter of fact, there's a rumor going around. And I want to let you know it. It says Shelburne Stronger Together. Have you heard that rumor before? Can you say with me? When I say Shelburne, you say stronger. Shelburne? Stronger. Come on! When I say Shelburne, you say stronger. Shelburne?
Stronger.
When I say how, you say together. How?
Together.
Shelburne.
Stronger.
How?
Together.
Come on, I need some more muscle up in there. Shelburne.
Stronger, yeah.
How?
Together.
Together.
Yeah. There we go.
Now let me tell you something. You may not have said that a while ago. It's not so much about the words. It's about the work that comes after the word has been said. It's not about politics. It's about really caring for people. Because at the end of the day, it's not what we have. It's not about what we have. It's the people that are closest to us. That if we're sick, we can say, listen, I need you to pass me a drink of water. Can you make a 911 phone call for me? This comes from caring. Because a lot of people say, I care. But if you don't work the words that you say, there will be no change. So the power of the community. There are three things that I want to impress upon you. I won't be in front of you long. There's a desperate cry and a need for togetherness. It's everywhere. That's why people gather on social media. That's why Facebook is as popular as it is today. That's why Twitter is as popular as it is today. Mind you, you only get about 140 characters just to scream. But what happens to the other 141? What comes after the 140? It could be silence. It could be silence that could go unheard of for months and years. But the people that you live with within a town, you can share those concerns with. You may not have internet to go and tweet, but you can gather here in a town of Shelburne, stronger together. Stronger together means I care about you, so I'm going to let you know what I'm feeling. This is how you can help me. There's a song that said, lean on me when we are not strong, and I'll be your friend, and I'll help you to carry on. There is something that you can help me with that I may not have the answer. But if we lean on each other, we're stronger together. My background is in anatomy and physiology, and it's science in motion. I'm a registered kinesiology, and what I tell people is that in order for me to move my hand, there are hundreds of different muscles that you cannot see that have to aggregate or come together just for me to do this. You know, just to create a smile, it takes over 27 muscles working how? Together for you to create that smile. For you to move and ambulate and walk about, it takes muscles, nerves, body tissues coming together to make that happen. It's not about just words. You have to work the words. But in order for the words to be worked, there have to be togetherness. That's why I say Shelburne is stronger together. Toronto may copy it and say, wow, we believe in it too. Let's go take a look up north and see what's going on. We heard the news, we heard the rumor. Shelburne, stronger together. It's not just a word. In the years to come, you will live it. He said, you know, I was at the first meet and greet. And you're going to be telling people, yeah, I was there. And I'm actually living it. I'm actually seeing it. My friend who owns a gas station, you may have to expand the parking lot and see if you can get some kind of permit because it's going to get busy. I just bought gas there this morning. I just filled up. Cost about $1.40 in Toronto. Hey, $1.12, who is complaining? I filled it all the way up until some spilled out the tank, my friend. You hear what I'm saying? I want to go back to Toronto and to Grimsby and say, listen, hey, it's better up north.
So buy a jerry can while you're up there.
Say again?
Get a jerry can while you're up there.
I will look into that. But there's a cry for this togetherness. We need to come together. As a matter of fact, when the weather gets cold, the first thing we do is this, right? It's an innate part of us for us to be together. We close our fists so we can get warm. When we connect and support each other, there's warmth there. It's a word that we don't just say, we work it. There is a power that's in community that shield. It creates a shield of hope. When I know that if I am having a bad day, I can reach out to my neighbor instead of wondering where they live. I don't know where they live. So I can walk down there because I am connected with that person. I say, you know what, Bob, Joe, Jerry, Susie, or Jay, I need some help. And you can get the help. This is the perspective that Councillor Anderson is bringing to Shelburne. There is a value in having the right leader who is committed to change. Because leadership is not just talking, it is working the word. And what's so great about working the word, even if 100 people is not here, if you are here, you're connected to somebody else. When we come together as a people, there is nothing we cannot change. I have a few more things I'm going to share with you and I'm going to wrap up because I want to make sure that your voice is heard. I didn't come to talk to you, I come to speak with you. I come to support the vision and the mission of my good friend, Councillor Anderson, because he believes that there is a stronger Shelburne when we come together. As you walk outside, I know you may forget 95% of what I say, because it's human nature. But every time you get cold, and the fingers are separated and are spread out and are apart, individually they cannot stay warm. I want you to think of Shelburne when you make a fist. Stronger together. Everybody, put your hand over me. Put your hand. That's just a little exercise. It's great for the shoulder muscles. Now, slowly. And I want you to think of the town. I want you to think of all the issues that you've seen in the town that has never been dealt with before. And I want you to slowly close the pinky finger down. That's one issue solved. I want you to slowly close the ring finger down. That's another issue solved. I want you to close that middle finger down and say, wow, we're shooting from the hip. That's another issue. And then I want you to wrap that thumb around. And I want you to squeeze as hard as you can. Now you've solved 90% of the issues that were brought to the table. There will be some that may not have been brought to the table. Now, you have made a fist so you can pack a punch and impact your life, your family's life, your community, the town, and everyone that is adjacent to you, north and south, and want to connect with you in the palm of Shelburne. Do you understand? So every time you make a fist, think of it. Coming together, stronger together, Shelburne, stronger together. My name is Andrew Guy, and one of the things that I do is, as an author, I get a chance to go into the schools. And I get to hear the cry of the students. I'm also a certified science teacher. And I've spent many years in the school districts. Not only did I teach here in Canada, but I've also taught in the United States. And so I have an international experience on what students are going through in the classroom. There is a loud cry for, please, can somebody hear me? Students don't feel like they're being heard. And that's one of the key things about Councillor Anderson. He goes into the schools. Instead of talking to students, he sits with them, builds them up, encourage them, and reward their efforts for what they have done. This book is currently in several TDSB school districts. It's in several public libraries. It's in several universities in the United States. And people of all walks read this book. Why? Because it is for the person who has lost their confidence. It's for that teenager who don't know what to do with their life anymore. Because the slogan or the subtitle says, finding your pathway to personal success. Success is not a public thing before it becomes personal. It's trying to get you to be accountable for your action by working your words. The town of Shelburne is going to see some great changes. And you are the pioneers today to say, I was here at the first meet and greet. When everyone is saying, whoa, this is great. It's okay, calm down. I was there. You should have been there when the coffee was hot. Now it's cold. You should have been there when it was steaming. Every time you make a fist, I want you to think of your issues being solved. Now, how do we solve those issues? If we don't hear about it, we don't know about it, and it's out of sight, it's out of mind. You see that orange box over there? It's nice and bright, and the little white polka dots on the bottom part, it's the people that's lifting the lid of the town up. So each of you is a dot on the box. I need you to put your suggestion in there. Even if you don't even know what your neighbor's suggestion is, you go home and say, listen, I put a suggestion that will benefit all of us in the box. When you do that, your voice is heard. And not only is it heard, but you have a gentleman, a leader, that is not going to sit on your suggestion, but he's going to lift the lid, take your suggestion to where it's going to be heard, and he's going to work the words put on the paper so we can find our pathway to our personal success. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It's too much for promises. Like Councillor Anderson said, I'm not here to promise you anything. The only thing he can promise you is his effort. And that's exactly what he's going to do. So Shelburne, it is stronger together, but you need the right thing. There's a power that is in community, and the power is in you. So when you go to the light switch and you flip that switch, you guarantee the bill is paid because your suggestion have already been heard. My name is Andrew Guy. I want to thank you for this opportunity. I want to thank you for this time. And I look forward to a greater Shelburne. And guess what? I will be back. All right? Give yourself a round of applause. I'm bringing you back into the hands of our counselor. Councillor Anderson.
All right, thank you very much, yes, sir. We need to get Andrew not just to come and visit, but to come and live in the town of Shelburne. Thank you very much for that, Andrew. So, I mean, as you heard, we're stronger together. This is what this is about, folks.